Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Mili reaction. This one was requested by Isaac and my executive producer Q, and it's Sleep Talk Metropolis. I've seen this one kind of tossed around over the many months that I've been doing Mili songs, and it's just one that never tends to win out any of the votes. Like, it's just not quite as popular as other options out there. But that's exactly why I have the executive producer Q, so people can force me to listen to stuff whether or not the general community actually wants me to. They want me to, and that's what's important. So I'm going to hear this one today, and without further ado, let's go! Okay. It's one of Mili's very different genre ones. Yep. Darn right. Is that Metro grind set. More of a bop than usual from them. Or in that pop scene. I mean, truly, none of their songs aren't bops, but more of that pop genre traditional bop. I like how on the nose this one is. Yes. No downtime. Just different stuff to do. Of course. This is really neat. Again, it's kind of on the nose, but that's what I love about some of Mili's tracks. I love it when they're always dipping into existentialism. But this is very universal experience, existentialism. I didn't see how old this one is. It sounds very like Poem of a Machine in how it's structured out. Might be from the same era. Again, this is very real for a lot of people. And also just kind of the synth pop, I love that. Definitely more of a modern sound than their usual stuff, which is, again, something that they do every once in a while will like surprise you with a genre switch up, but it's like, ooh, this one was really cool for the fact that it related even more to the meaning of the song and how it all went, but we'll get to that. Okay, so I looked up Poems of a Machine, saw what the release date was for that. It was 2021 and this is 23, so really it was just more of Mili doing Mili and probably borrowing from a similar sound, at least as far as like the drums went, and some of the parts in the structure sounded very similar with this one and that one, mostly just how some of the accents were, and the feeling of the mix in general felt very much like that one. They probably had the same producer on it. I'm sure they have somebody consistent for that, and maybe it just worked out the best to have a similar sound for this one. Maybe it was the specific synths that they used. They had to make certain cuts and scoops at these same areas that made it feel very familiar in that way. Otherwise, structurally, it's completely different as far as like the song sounds, the genre they went for, completely unique, but just in the mix and in the post-production, it felt very similar to that tone. So it was just kind of getting to me. I was like, was this like around the same era? Nope. Just a coincidence, I think. But I do really love this song and how it felt. I mean, like I said, I like that these songs tend to be pretty straightforward. Mili is either very straightforward or very metaphorical in their lyricism. Like Cassie just kind of does her thing, and you can never really tell if it's going to be one of those ones that gets like really deep and existential with like a personal message, or if it's something that just kind of is based off of like a fairy tale or something, just like a complete fiction, and you're not sure. There's always like a message attached to it. You just can't tell if it's going to be like that real until you actually listen to it. So for this one, I don't know if I would call it a cautionary tale. I mean, maybe in some ways where it feels like it's framing it like the I wish I could have done this, but instead I'm ending up doing this rinse repeat sort of lifestyle where everything is the same. I'm in a rut, and it's just very much that. There's no way out of it. You're doing the same thing over and over again, and you just can't escape from that. And like I said, very straightforward about that messaging, but also like the little things that are metaphorical in here, like the mice staring at you. It's like, is that a sign? It's like, that's so real. These little mundane things that you do in those like very rut-based lifestyles. We've all had jobs like that. If you're in the workforce at all, you've had a rut job where you get up, you know you've got to go to work. It's the same shit every single day, different day, same shit. And it's just, that's your life for a while. It's so grueling. And you start to look for answers in those little mundane things, like the mice staring at you like, hey, are they realizing something that I've chosen to ignore this whole time? Are they sensing something here? And it's just, those moments are kind of fun in this song because there's a couple like that, as well as the I wish you would quit so you would stop complaining. I've felt that, and I know you have too. Again, if you're in the workforce, we've all had that one coworker where it's just like, I get it. I wish I could quit too, but also shut up. You're not making life feel any better for any of us by sitting here wallowing in your own sadness. It's that stress that comes with these sorts of rut styles of life where you just can't leave them, and we all feel that. So this song is very real, very personal for a lot of people. We could all find ourselves in this one lyrically. And again, when it comes down to the genre choice here, choosing something that's a little bit more poppy, a little bit more synth and city pop adjacent, it feels more appropriate for this sort of a style, something that is metro, something that is more pop. And it's just like, hey, let's lean into that a little bit stylistically so it feels more of that hullabaloo of the day. The speed and the synths in this song all take up more space than the usual Mili fare, which tend to be pretty spacious in a lot of ways and allow for room to think and breathe. And this song doesn't really have any of those, except for that one spot where they were like daydreaming about the potential and like their life, like what it could have been, what I wanted to have. And it's like, that's the only moment you really have where things breathe. Even on Sunday, there's shit to do. There's every single day, there's something. It might be something slightly different, but it is the same general routine. And again, we all know what that feels like. At least if, again, you're in the workforce, you know what that feels like. If you're not yet, you'll learn, and it will suck. And that's okay, because like the rut exists because you know you need to do it in order to get somewhere else in life. Nobody should have a rut job their whole life. I hated my rut jobs. I'm sure you will. But at the same time, it's a stepping stone. And while it sucks that sometimes you're stuck on that stepping stone, that one stair on the staircase to success, you're stuck there sometimes forever. And you can be stuck there for years. I'm almost 30. Like, I am a month away from being 30, almost to the day, because I'm recording this on the 12th and my birthday is on the 13th of January. So like almost to the day. But the point being there is that I'm almost 30, and it took me this long to get comfortable enough to be able to step away from that rut job. And now I'm doing YouTube, which to an extent is still kind of a rut job. I'm doing this every day. It is a schedule. I do these same videos. I have the videos and the subjects scheduled. I have my streams roughly scheduled on the days that I do them. And it does still feel like work because it is. I'm still doing things. So like when you see people like glorifying being a YouTuber, I can guarantee you it's not 100% fun and games. Is it better than the average rut job? Yes. And I will confidently say that because I'm doing what I love. I get to talk about what I love and share that with all of you, but at the same time, boy, I actually just realized most of you are going to be watching this a month later, so it'll be a day before my birthday. I just realized this will be out on the January 12th for most of you. So, hey, you're really close to being relevant there. But that's beside the point. My ADHD got the better of me there. The point of this is that rut jobs suck even when they are slightly better. Even if you enjoy yourself, it's still work. You still have to do stuff all the time. And it's always going to be there. But at least you can love what you do at certain points and in certain fields. If you love something, find work in there if you can. Do your best. But at the same time, keep those hobbies and things you love very close to your chest and make sure you make time for them, because even in the worst rut case scenario, you need something that's yours. Otherwise, you're going to turn into this main character who hates their life and wants to die. So maybe don't become that. Don't force yourself into that, even if you have to work a second job. Again, we've all done that. There was a summer where I did 3. It sucks. It really fucking sucks. I got up at like 5 a.m. and I didn't go to bed until after midnight every day for like a solid 6 months until I realized I couldn't do that anymore physically. I was actually dying. Anyway, that's basically all I got to say on this one. Beautiful song from Mili as per always. I love the message on this one just because it's so relatable, and everything about the song otherwise was just the standard Mili fare of being good in lyricism, great in musicianship. They follow their formula and they do it so well, and even when they do take a step out of their usual fare and their usual sound, you get stuff like this that still feels like them, but just a little bit different and usually modeled to the message itself. So again, fantastic work on their part. But I'm done yapping, so thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to request something else, by all means, drop in the comments below and I will do my best as always. Or maybe like Isaac did, you want to guarantee that I listen to something, you can always go to Patreon or my YouTube memberships and use your corporate dollars from your slog of a job to pay for my lifestyle, and in return, guarantee yourself reactions from me. Doesn't matter what they're from, doesn't matter who they're by, if they're good or bad, that's why they're a guarantee. But if you don't want to do any of that and you want to save your money, which I honestly prefer you do, then you can always just follow me and support me here, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!